Oh, I'm sorry, you catch me reading. Just a book I can't put down. They've got lions and tigers in Kenya. Great coffee too, but forget Norway. My name is Steve Layton, and I travel the world finding amazing and delicious coffee for you to drink at home. Some make coffee difficult to understand and complicated, but here it's my job to make it easy and fun and tell you what's in my mug. So Kenya Karogoto is a new cooperative for us this year, and it came from the trip to Kenya that me and Roland did in December. Very close to Kieni, which is a coffee I'm sure you're familiar with, and also a similar size kind of cooperative. Karogoto is owned by the Tanugu, I think he's probably murdered that, Coffee Farmers Cooperative Society. And like Kieni, has been super successful in recent years in securing high prices for the farmers delivering cherries to their factories. And this has been done by focusing very much on cup quality. The mill is split in half by a road where the processing is done on one side and the drying is done on the other side. So the drying is done on an upper part, and they have a massive road and a steep slope between them, but they managed to move the coffee beans with water up to the drying tables. Around as well, there is a lot of fauna and birds making their homes in the trees all around the mill, and it was something that was very obvious while we were there. The mill is managed by Ephraim, who showed us around and was able to kind of give us an overview. I also planted a little coffee plant on the farm as well, which is going to be coming up a little bit later. So yeah, that's Karogoto. So we're going to cup this coffee, and there's a selfish reason we're going to cup this coffee is I love cupping Kenyans. This is a place that you can see all of those flavour descriptors that we throw out there, and all of the craziness. And it's really easy to do. You get a little bit of the coffee on a spoon and you taste it. It's dead difficult. So this is a classic Kenyan, but not a blackcurranty classic Kenyan. It has heaps and heaps and heaps of red wine notes. Think cherry and think coffee blossom. So just like kind of like all of those things coming together in a cup. It's so clean and sharp and transparent. A delicious coffee, and one that I encourage you to cup at home too. So roasting Kenyans is all about one thing. It's about speed. You basically want to roast them as quickly as you can and for as short a time as possible, but also to get a lower roast colour. So really, first crack happens, second crack should never ever happen. It's about keeping them light, keeping them bright. So a shorter roasting time will lead to a much brighter cup profile. A longer roasting time tends to increase the body and sweetness, but reduces that fantastic acidity that you find in washed Kenyans. This is what I have to work with every day. Hello, Glyn.
Hello, Steve.
Well, is there some reasoning behind the outfit, or is this what you wear to work every day?
Well, you know, it's a couple of reasons. One, I might win, and you're a competitive guy.
Yeah, I am. So. Stop the stab through the heart, yeah?
Indeed, or in the back.
Yeah, or in the back. Well, it probably would be the back, to be fair. I'm dirty. Quite dirty. Any other reason?
Yeah, Roland's been on the forklifts lately. And down in the warehouse, this is the kind of PPE you need.
I agree. I agree.
I've done the risk assessments.
If you did the risk assessments, you'd never get on a forklift again. Egley, there's something I've got to talk to you about.
Oh, is there?
I've heard there's been a bit of cheating going on.
Oh, it's not cheating.
A bit of preparation, a bit of practicing, see where the coffee goes to in the jug, stuff like that. So, you have a different kind of jug this week. Have you ever measured coffee with that jug?
No.
No?
But it's fitting.
It is quite fitting, actually, isn't it? It goes in. Bring me a flag and a veil. So you know the drill. You have a shorter time as possible to fill 3 bags to 250 grams, including the bag. Any gram above or gram below, get extra seconds on your final time. Your time will start when I say go, and then you're off. So I already said go. You just wasted 10 seconds. No. Honestly, Luke didn't get it either. No. Right, on your marks, get set, go!
To scale on?
You don't need to scale them, I scale them at the ends. You can't help but admire this man's artwork on his arm as well. Some very pretty ink. And one hell of a beard. I reckon I could do that, you know.
Eventually.
Yeah? How long have you been growing the beard?
Oh, it's had a couple of cuts.
Yeah.
But we've been together 8 years, maybe?
8 years, wow. And you would have thought it would have grown quicker with none being on your head. Like, you know, gravity pushing it down.
Indeed.
Did I just swear on him? I'm all oh dear. I'm very sorry, people.
You're going to have to bleep him.
I am. You're going to have to bleep me.
I was worried I'd be entirely bleeped.
No, we just bleeped Luke because he kept saying Stoke City.
That is swears.
It is. And we are... No.
That was a long time. Oh. We'll chuck it there.
Okay, so what time did we get there? 1 minute 3. So that gives you 25 grams to play with. Shall we see? The first bag.
245.
2, 4, 5, 5 grams. So now you have 20 grams to play with.
Oh, tense.
275. So it's all on this bag. Do the math. How many do we need though? 5?
Oh, I can't do it on my head. It's like
Well,
holding
we'll
water.
253. So the total is 146.
Same as Luke.
Exactly the same as Luke. Now, do you know what this teaches us?
Don't do any cheating.
Cheats never prosper, and the boss always wins.
Funny how we got the same time.
Isn't it? So for me, this coffee is best brewed. I'm not a massive Kenyan espresso fan. So what we should do is go and take a look at one of our brew guides. And I realised we hadn't talked about the Kalita Wave for a while. So let's go look at the brew guide and show you how to use it.
Hello, and welcome to the next in the series of the Has Been Brewing Guide. My name is Steve Layton, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Kalita Wave. Kalita is a Japanese brand of brewer, but one with a difference. Unlike other brewers, the Kalita Wave is flat-bottomed to encourage a more even extraction throughout the entirety of the brew. The wave-edged filters help push the filter away from the sides of the walls of the brewer and stop the brew from stalling. So, let's get brewing. You're going to need some things. Freshly roasted coffee, of course, a grinder, scales, a Kalita brewer, a carafe to capture the coffee, a wave filter, and a kettle. Step 1. Boil the kettle. Step 2. Place the Kalita brewer on top of the carafe and place the paper in the top. When the kettle's boiled, wash out the paper. This will not only remove the nasty paper taste, it will also heat the brewer and carafe, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Make sure you keep the wave shape by pouring through the centre of the filter. Step 3. Weigh out your coffee. I like to start with 60 grams per litre, but don't be afraid to experiment with new coffees to find what's good for you. I'm going to brew 400 ml, so I'm going to need 24 grams of coffee. Grind to a size that's similar for that of a Chemex. You want to feel the particles between the fingers, but to the eye it should look like powder. Step 4. Place the coffee in the centre of the filter and add 80 grams of just off the boil water and wait for 30 seconds. Slowly add the rest of the water and aim to have all the water in the brewer within 2 minutes and 30 seconds and definitely no longer than 3 minutes 30 seconds. If you're not hitting the target, coarsen up the grind and add more water early on. Don't add much turbulence to the brew and don't stir, just let it do its thing. Step 5. Enjoy. This simple brewer takes lots of great principles of brewing already established and gives a different cup to that of the other pour-over methods. A worthy addition to your brewing arsenal. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you'll take a look at some of the other brewing guides we've done. And do remember, life is too short for bad coffee.
So, I hope you enjoyed the Kalita guide. Of course, I've followed my recipe perfectly here. Who wouldn't? and I'm going to try the coffee. So I'm going to pour a little bit in. Ignore that I'm spilling coffee all over the worktop there. That's fine. That was on purpose. Right, so this coffee, as I kind of said to you, it's not a classic Kenyan when I was talking about the smells and the cupping. But it's not that blackcurrant hit, but what it is a very classic red wine Kenyan. You've got notes of cherry, you've got coffee blossom, there's a chocolate-like sweetness in there, heaps of jasmine. It's super floral. Going to show you some video actually of why this coffee is so good, because they got me working while I was there. So I took a little bit of video of me on the farm digging a hole, just like I'm digging a hole now. My thing is it.
Definitely your thing.
That's a big hole. It's a big hole.
You have to put it as it is. Remember when the weather is a bit dry,
Yeah.
you got to put some more in.
Right, okay.
So put some fertilizer. A bit. And from that point, cook in soil.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I can do that. You get me doing some work. Gotta build that appetite.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want those bits in, do we? I'm doing a bad job there. Nice. How much more shall I put in? Just keep going. You should do it till tomorrow. I'm not going to get a job, am I?
I think that can go.
Yeah. It's very red, the soil, isn't it?
So yeah, it's a lead loam soil.
Yeah.
Very good for coffee farming around here.
That's fantastic.
So that now you have to remove this.
You have to remove the bag? Yeah.
Back.
Okay.
Yes, just clear it out and make sure that the soil remains as good.
Yeah.
You've done it. You almost.
I don't want to damage those roots.
Yeah, important.
Yeah.
Very important. Nice. So you scoop a little bit of it here. Yeah, we are done.
Fantastic.
So you put some water after this. So we are done.
Perfect. Fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's
Welcome.
very kind. That's
Steve?
yeah. Dirty hands, look.
Well,
They did some real work.
We'll get you some more.
Tasty coffee, manual labour, Glyn and his amazing ginger beard, cupping. God, we've had so much done in so little time. But do remember, life is definitely too short for bad coffee. I knew he was going to come in as a knight. What did I say?